This is the afternoon weather briefing. This is for Friday, the 11th of August. I'm James Spann, and once again, more active thunderstorms across the state. But again, there's no doubt we're going to begin to trend toward fewer storms over the next few days, and we just might get into some drier air, noticeably drier air by the middle of next week, by Wednesday. So let's dive into it. This is the current radar situation. And you can see we've got active storms in progress now through parts of east and southeast Alabama. This is where a severe thunderstorm watch is currently in effect. We have severe thunderstorm warnings in effect now for parts of Elmore, Tallapoosa, Macon, Lee, and Russell counties for the possibility of hail and strong winds with these storms. We'll stop that and take a closer look at the activity. Again, you can see some pretty hefty storms coming down through parts of southern Tallapoosa County, basically on top of Lake Martin. They're getting hammered right now. Strong storms near Auburn and Opelika, down through parts of southern Lee County, down toward Beauregard, places like that, Smith Station. Also big storms in progress below Phoenix City and Columbus, in parts of Russell County. And all of these are packing just gobs and gobs of lightning. We've seen a lot of hail videos coming out of the storms down there, and also, of course, the chance of some stronger straight-line winds. We do note a pretty good storm is forming in Shelby County. In fact, let's change this over to the Birmingham radar. That storm is noisy for some of the Birmingham metro. This is centered around Pelham, Alabaster, and then points back toward Helena. That'll be crossing I-65 in a matter of minutes. And again, we're live here at 2:47 this afternoon. And also hefty storms in parts of Coosa County as well. But again, the warned storms are to the south and east. And once again, there's the big picture showing the severe thunderstorm warnings in effect now for parts of Elmore, parts of Tallapoosa, Macon, Lee, and Russell counties in east Alabama. And again, we'll visit the radar again before we go. Here's the big picture, and again, we're getting the storms with the mid-latitude westerlies displaced to the south, much farther south than usual for this time of the year. Little waves embedded in the flow kicking up these storms. Here's the visible satellite view, and you can see the clusters of storms in progress across parts of Alabama and Mississippi. Most of South Alabama just sunny and hot. Temperatures for the northern half of the state are below average again today. But our friends in South Alabama are saying, hey, we'd like some of that. Again, look at Dothan, 97. Mobile, 96. Jackson, Mississippi at 100. And again, I like to use temperatures and not the heat indices. You got the heat index and the real feel and all these calculations. And again, I just prefer to use air temperatures. It kind of keeps it simple. The hot spot across the deep south is Baton Rouge, Louisiana. They got a sizzling 101. So this is the watch warning map. And again, you got this hodgepodge of colors. Some counties in colors, some counties are not. But listen, everybody's going to be hot and humid this weekend. That's what you need to know. And the heat extends back into parts of Texas. Here's the severe weather outlook for the rest of today and tonight. Looks like we have a small enhanced risk now just north of Kansas City. Risks up into the Great Lakes. And down here we have a level 1 out of 5 marginal risk of severe storms through tonight, south of a line from near Tuscaloosa to Pelham to Wedowee. And again, there is a severe thunderstorm watch we should mention for southeast and east central Alabama until 7 o'clock this evening. And then tomorrow, risks of severe storms out across the middle of the country, the northeast, and we now have a marginal risk into parts of north and east Alabama. This is for tomorrow. The level 1 out of 5 risk is north of a line from near Winfield to Birmingham to Auburn. And like recent days, the storms could produce strong gusty winds and maybe some hail. Day 3, which is Sunday, got a risk north of Alabama. And day 4, which is Monday, again, a risk of severe storms north of the state with an advancing front. Here's a look at rain for the next 7 days. The numbers are coming down for North Alabama. Again, we're going to trend toward fewer showers and storms in coming days. The heavier totals down in South Alabama. Rain amounts there between 1 and 2.5 inches. Tropical weather. Here we are, August the 11th, and we just don't have anything to talk about in the Atlantic Basin. And hey, we'll take that. No tropical trouble, at least for the next 7 days. Amazingly quiet. Model fans, here we go, the GFS. This is the 12Z run, valid tomorrow at 4. And again, you can see the 594 heat ring expanding into the deep south. So it's going to be a hot, muggy day, mid-90s. And there could be a few storms, no doubt about that. They'll be kind of spotty. And where they do storm, they could be strong. And pretty much the same thing on Sunday. I'd say a decent chunk of the state dry and hot, highs well up in the 90s. Showers and storms should be fairly widely spaced on Sunday. And then Monday, a deep surface low is over Lake Michigan with a trailing front. And that could kick off a storm maybe late Monday or Monday night. And Tuesday, the front sags into Alabama. And again, there could be a few isolated storms over the southern half of the state. And again, Wednesday, we're seeing pretty good evidence that we could be in some fairly dry air. And again, that doesn't happen that often this time of the year, but it can as we get closer to the month of September. And if indeed we are in drier air, that means a couple of things. First off, we're going to be in a situation with lower humidity. In fact, this is the precipitable water product for Wednesday of next week. Look at all the shades of blue coming in here. That's very dry air. So there's a chance for a day or two toward the middle of next week, probably Tuesday night, Wednesday, Thursday. We'll have lower humidity, cooler nights. We could see some spots getting close to 60 for a little hint of fall. This is Thursday. We're still in dry air. This is a week from today, Friday the 18th. Again, that expansive heat ridge in place across the deep south, and the muggies probably begin to come back, and there might be a spotty storm toward the end of next week. Let's go out 10 days. Boy, look at the heat ridge covering the eastern two-thirds of the nation. And the actual center of the heat ridge is displaced a little north of Alabama. But again, if that's right, just hot and muggy and maybe a pop-up storm in spots. This is rain for Birmingham coming off the GFS ensemble. The mean about 1 inch between now and the 27th of August. Temperatures off the NBM, the National Blend of Models. This is for Birmingham. Your number could vary, but you get the idea with mid-90s. Tomorrow, Sunday, Monday. But look at the drop-off. 88 on Tuesday, 86 the high Wednesday, and that would be a sunny day. And temperatures dropping in the middle 60s by Wednesday and Thursday morning. And away from the city in North Alabama, we might see a couple of spots in the upper 50s. So a little fall feel to the air, just a couple of days next week. And then we go back in the low 90s by the end of next week and that weekend. And, of course, we all know any little shot of cooler air in August does not last long. This is the brand new 8 to 14-day guidance. This is for August 19th through August 25th. And much of the contiguous U.S. with temperatures above average. So let's go back to the radar. Again, we're live at 2:53. And if you're new here, we do these live. We simulcast on YouTube and Facebook every morning about 5:15, every afternoon about 2:45. So again, this is 2:53. And we have severe thunderstorm warnings in effect for parts of Elmore, Tallapoosa, Lee. New warnings in effect now down into parts of Bullock and Russell counties for that cluster that's on top of Lake Martin, dropping to the south-southeast, kind of rolling down Highway 280. And with that batch of storms, we have the possibility of small hail, strong winds, and they are all packing tremendous amounts of cloud-to-ground lightning and, of course, very heavy rain. But they're moving pretty quickly. That's a pretty remarkable radar loop for August. Typically, storms this time of the year, they pop up and they just don't move. And they rain themselves out, but they can't produce flooding. Don't expect any flooding here because the storms are moving so quickly. And again, there's kind of a closer look at what we got, a new batch of storms coming into Auburn and Opelika from the northeast or northwest. Also big storms down into Russell County on the river, south of Phoenix City. Storms that are not severe are over Coosa County, coming down through Rockford, down the highways 9 and 231. And again, we've got the storm in the Pelham, Helena, Alabaster area there in Shelby County that's not severe, but that'll be dropping onto the southeast. But the greater chance of any strong to severe storms for the rest of today and tonight will be across east, central, and southeast Alabama, in that particular part of the state right there. And, of course, we'll keep an eye on things. Hey, we're going to be in Aniana, Alabama tomorrow. Blount County. We're going to be there from 9 to noon at the Barking Bee Coffee Shop. It's a new one on 2nd Avenue West. The grand opening today. We're going to be there from 9 to noon tomorrow. We'll have Weathering Life All you can do is pray. Our weather book for children, Benny and Chipper. We'll have all the cool shirts and hats and all the stuff from Crest Publishers. They do a great job, and we have great fun, take a lot of pictures, and we look forward to it every time we do one. So again, Blount County, Aniana, tomorrow, 9 to noon. Hope to see you guys there. And, of course, we invite you to watch us on television this evening. ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock, right across the hall in Studio A. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend, and God bless.